Up to be seen.
We're gonna have this disembodied voice throwing his head out every once in a while.
Yeah, and then we're gonna be
Talk
telling
about
we're
Bloody
gonna be telling Jacob in a few years that was the voice of Bloody Bones talking from the floor.
I don't know how old any of us was.
Is there another church?
We were going to. Was it Jessie? She was a furlong, but she.
Forsman, Joseph Forsman.
And we were in this big, when our and Dad was in the big business hauling cotton and stuff with that truck, you know, and we went, there was a whole bunch of us in the back end of that.
Oh, we went down Dave and Artie McAdoo for Christmas in a trailer truck.
So Mom
Artie
made
was
me,
driving.
always had an earache, so she made me wear one of y'all's leather caps, you know, and fold it down, snap under here. And when the truck turned over, I was in the ditch and it was just mud, but it went up plumb up to my nose, my head right in the mud, you know. But when I got out and was trying to get the mud out of my eyes, you was hanging on to the top of the truck. He was afraid to drop. Somebody finally encouraged him to drop, but how he held on to the side of that truck.
I didn't want to get my shoes dirty.
You done seen how I looked and you didn't have no helmet.
I remember.
Oh yeah, tell about Mom falling off the mule.
What?
Tell about Mom. You get Mom on the mule.
Doris was just barely walking, but she could talk. Maybe a little over a year old. Everywhere I went, she wanted on this old big black mule, and he was so big, round, fat that you couldn't get your legs over him to hold on. So as long as I could hold her, and he'd walk just barely pace along, you know, I could hold her. But an old car was going down 61 off on the berm. An old car pulled up and turned the keys on and off and made it pop like a gun. And that scared Pat and boy, she jumped, threw me and Doris off, and Doris fell in that mud. And when she got up, you could just see her eyes. And I took her back over. Mom said, "You ain't ever going on her ride again now." It wasn't 3 days, but she was on there again with me everywhere when she's running after me, wanting to ride. And I was going to help the boys gather some popcorn. So the old mule jumped out from under us again, and all the sack of popcorn poured on top of her, and we all had to pick it off of her and get it out. I said, "Well, if we don't quit taking her, we are going to kill her."
I don't know who all was in on this. I remember us when I was doing it, but I don't. We probably never told this story.
Now you have children.
Mr. Boone had a big barn over across from our house. You know, a little bit to the north of it. And then he had a family of black people lived on the back
Now
side.
that's what I was begging for, water or orange juice. Just give him anything. They said he don't have a bottle.
You know what tic-tac a house? Do you know what that is? Well, that was a term we used. I don't know where that came from. But we would take a thread and tie it to a pin, a straight pin, and bend that there where it'd be easy to make a hook. And tie a thread to the head of that pin, then we'd tie it inside that head. We'd take that thread far enough if we get behind a tree or get behind something, and we could take a piece of rosin and rub it on that string. Or we'd slip up there, and black folks was all, that's good people, that's real good people, but wasn't it?
Colored people.
But we hooked that pin in that screen, then went out there and unrolled that spool of thread, got behind something, and went, that screen would just sound like it was ripping from one end to the other. Boy, it made a weird noise. And everything got real quiet. Of course,
Rosin, that's what you
every time we do that, it's a ring on that screen. And it got real quiet in that house. You know, there was a bunch of them in there. And it got real quiet in there. And then we decided, well, we'd hit them another lick, and we did. I don't remember if we did it twice or the third time, but them doors came open. And just whichever way they was turned, that's the way they went. Or they came out of the house. Of course, we had to leave. I mean, that was the end of the party for us. We had to get out of there fast. But I I doubt if we ever told anybody about that. We got in big trouble. But I remember, but we used to, one of the things, and this is bad to do stuff like this, but kids will do this. Ursula got a 22 for Christmas. 22 rifle. 22 rifle. And I had a pistol, what we call a blank pistol. You probably don't even remember these things, but you'd buy a
That
little
was
blank.
after I got married. After he got it.
Yeah, we get pretty good size. We did that. We get them blanks, and they sold a pistol that you could shoot them things, that blank, and you'd run around playing cowboy with everything. And we had some black people live there on the farm with us, and
Was
this
that out
one
on
kid,
61?
yeah, we was on 61.
Right.
And this
Still
one
been
kid, he could shoot that rifle better than any of us. I mean, we'd all have a little contest shooting a target with that rifle. So every time he'd come down, he'd get a hold of that rifle. He could beat us shooting. I mean, he's a good shot. So I got to think about that. We need to beat him. You just can't let that fella beat us. Can't do that. That was on my hands. So got me a little scheme put together, and he come down, and he had some marbles. He could beat us playing marbles. Of course, when you play marbles, you got to keep what you knocked out of the ring. He had most of the marbles.
You didn't dare play basketball, I guess.
So he came down, and I said, well, I've been practicing. I'm ready to take you on that rifle deal. Think I can outshoot you today. Okay. So we get the rifle, and come his shot, we loaded the thing for him. He didn't know how to load it. He was black folks. He didn't know how to load it. I slipped a blank in on him. He didn't know what to do. Well, he didn't suspect. He didn't know about this blank pistol. We'd set that target up, and boy, you take that in. He could not figure out what in the world mattered. He'd check that old gun. He'd look at it. He knew we was pulling some kind of a prank, but he didn't think about slipping that old blank in on him. But every time it come his turn, we'd all take a shot. We had 3 bullets. Come his turn, I'd slip an old blank in on him. I got the marbles that day. We put up so many marbles, Trevor, he didn't, lose some marbles. We got his marbles that day. But he used it. So we had a lot of
We
fun.
didn't have a ball to play any over the house. There was about 25 kids always in our house. I don't know if you remember, that's when we lived that house where there was a hall all the way through. Turned at Lindley Sears out there coming down a lane.
No, I don't remember.
I think the 4 older kids is all they could remember. But anyway, there's 25 or 30 there. Everybody had 9 or 10 kids, families that lived out there, and there's always at our house. They'd come in at the front door, going down this hall. Dad'd be sitting there, the doors, he'd holler, bang. He'd wait a minute, they'd go out the back door, bang. Another one, bang, 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 bang. Mama said, bang, bang the devil. Why don't you get a stick cook wouldn't go out there and run them kids home? She gets tired of him. I think he aggravated more than the kids. He got fun out of counting the bangs.
No, I'm talking about people. One of them don't know, but most of them were migrant workers and real good people. But you remember the night the men were trying to break in on us and Dad was out Floodway. Homer got the shotgun and the man was raising the window.
On the front porch, I remember.
He was going to come in, And Homer got the shotgun pointed at he probably couldn't have shouted, but he went and run, got the shotgun, and that man took off.
Tell about Homer.
We'd have them day and night stopping for food. We had the one that, she usually recognized the ones that went back and forth every year, but when she'd see a strange one, she'd a little bit leery. And this time he wanted something to eat. She said it was in daytime. She said, we don't have any of that. And she was frying chicken and he could smell it. So he just went around the house and came in the back door and she had to give it to the chicken. Because he could smell it. Cooked on it. She gave him a couple of pieces and went on his way. But You remember the time that Mom and Dad were gone somewhere, and it seemed to me like it might as well just me and you and Joe. And, you know, they were either migrant workers or bums. You know, that was
I
what.
think that's what you think.
And this one, that's what Dad and Mom always called them. Usually if there was just one, he was a bum, you know. And when we heard him, we shut the front door and locked it, but we didn't know it had a big button on it, you know. And we just knew he'd gonna come on in, and Mom and Dad wasn't either one there, and we was scared to death. Remember the little Rex jelly buckets we used to get jelly in? There was one sitting on the front porch we've been playing with. He'd take that bucket and beat on that door, and he'd beat all over the house. And, you know, for some reason, he never did get in. Maybe Mom and Dad came back, was probably on the field, and he came, but I don't remember. I was scared to death. You might not be, but I thought he'd gonna get us for sure.
Remember them Dodson boys? Don't they? They
Dodson?
lived- Boy, that,
Ain't Lee Dodson?
Oh. It's just south of us, down the next house down.
Brian Dodson.
Right. His boy. There was three of them little fellas. One night, I don't think I ever told this story to anybody either. One night was Halloween night, and I'm pretty sure I did. I know I didn't tell it home.
That's nice to clear your mind. Clear your conscience.
We were over there on that Haley Road, that gravel road. I don't know what we were doing over there. We was over there. And somebody, there was a tree limb, pretty good size. It might have even been a trunk of a small tree. But anyway, we thought that'd be funny to get that in that road. And people come by in a car, they'd have to stop and move it. And we was going to get out there and hide and watch it. So
And then go put it back. When they,
we laid that dude in that road. And here come a car. It wasn't long. Here come an old car. And it was an old Model A that had the, or a T, I think it's a Model A. And those lights was up, they had a bar going across this. And the old headlights had just, and they weren't very bright.
couldn't go very fast when they went down them old dirt roads.
And that thing, they couldn't see nothing. And we thought they was going to stop and move the tree. They never did see the tree. They hit that old tree and that old Model A went out. Of course, they stopped then. And I mean, we had to beat a hasty retreat across that field because that sure was bad. He knew somebody. But see, we didn't really mean to.
Yeah, just like we did about that old.
Have to stop and move.
Piper, we didn't mean to make them horses run away. We just out there playing. But we
But
knew
we
them
used
all.
to do stuff like that.
But I can remember that he didn't have quite as much sense of humor after he got a little older and other folks were doing it to him.
Oh, yeah? You mean something might have happened to him?
When I was about, I was probably a freshman, no, I wasn't that old. I think this is 1945, 6 when he first came back from service. We lived over on 8th. He came back and he bought a new Chevrolet car. It was like a 46 or 47.
I was having more fun that boy was. So he just didn't know. I was acting.
Yeah, he didn't know.
I was a little bit mad.
Yeah, he's a little bit mad. What was that? 46 or 47? What was that?
What you got in there?
I've been 6. I came in 46. I was that
Is
used.
it,
I got
is it
full
2
of my
ton,
coffee out.
They didn't have.
Bob ain't gonna make
5
no
passenger
more.
coupe? Brand new car.
I'll give him
Two
my old.
And it's all
Got a
nice.
paper company.
You remember that dude? You remember his name?
Morris Vincent.
Yeah, that's it.
Who?
Morris Vincent was the boy's name. He's a friend of mine. He's a little older. Cause I was older.
Where?
It's a Chevrolet. It was 5
Up on
passenger coupe.
Up on a hill,
The
Bob.
one that
No,
on
on
H.
down there on H. by
On
Mr.
H.
he was
Road.
a grade ahead of me.
Two.
Morris Vincent.
Down by Phillips's grocery.
Well, that kid.
He was
that-
older than I
Real
was, but
stuff.
he was not as old as Bob.
No, that of course I called him a kid.
Well, he was probably like, see, this was a
Oh, he's
46,
a good
I think,
time
years
boy,
old.
yeah.
So he was about 14, 15. But anyway, it was Halloween night. And he was concerned about his
That's
car.
when kids always got in
So
trouble.
he got his dad had a garage and dad had a pickup truck, but he got the pickup out of the garage and put his car in the garage. The garage didn't have if it had any doors on it, you couldn't lock them, but it had doors. You couldn't lock them. And of course, what was funny was we lived across the road from Bill Mitchell, and them guys all aggravated Bill Mitchell. Because Bill sat out there under his security light on that shotgun, so they spent the whole night trying to figure out how to get out there. And we'd sit out on the porch laughing at what they were doing to Bill Mitchell. Except they couldn't get in Bill Mitchell's fence. So while they was trying to figure out how they was going to get over the fence, get out in Bill's barn lot, Morris came over and got in the garage with Bob's car. And there was an old bucket sitting in there and had somebody changed the oil in their car. And that bucket was in the garage, about a 2-gallon bucket. And they'd emptied most of the oil. But it's hard to me, it takes a long time to empty stiff motor oil. And he just took that bucket and turned it upside down on the hood of Bob's car. And Bob found it just a few minutes after when Bob came out of the house and heard about it there. But he had a shotgun there. And Bob took off down that gravel road and Morris Benson went down past our orchard and he turned down through the cotton field. And when Bob got to the end of that orchard, Morris was going through them cotton stalks as hard as he was running. And Bob shot up in the air.
I could hear him running. I could hear him hitting them stones.
I could hear him hitting them stalks too. I was up in the house.
He was cutting it.
He shot that shotgun up in the air. Boy, he came to creeping on. Cause I could hear him hollering. He stopped and he come up and hollered, "Oh, don't shoot me, Mr. Green. I'm coming, Mr. Green. Don't shoot me, Mr. Green. I'm coming, Mr. Green."
He came in.
Yeah, he came walking right back up that road with his hands up, hollering, "Please don't shoot me, Mr. Green." He said, "I'll clean that car up." Which he did. He bumped that bucket.
He did come back the next morning. Cleaned it up. I could hear him running through them stalks. You know, it's just like it's dark, but it's just like you could see. Boy, you could just put them buckshots or whatever that was up over his head, boy. I mean, he started begging, "Don't shoot me." And you come on back in here. He come on up there.
Well, tell them about
We're
putting your
still-
car in the garage, in the gym.
Oh, that is my car.
Yeah.
Let me tell one more about Halloween first. Paul, when I got to be a 15-year-old, I had a friend named Paul teaching. He was older than I was. He was in the same grade I was in. He was a little older. He had a car. He had a 36 Plymouth. He lived down there by Rush Creek School right there. He had a 36 Plymouth. Batwing type. 4-door, batwing door. And this was about 1950. So it's a pretty old car then. But it was the only thing we had. So it's a pretty good car. And on Halloween night, we were going into Campbell. With Paul, we really, Paul and I wanted to get in the car. He made us help him take care of the car. But he took us, we going into town, went in Campbell on Halloween night. So all the way into town, we were worried about what we were going to do with the car. Because we didn't want anybody to mess up his car. So we had another friend there in town named Rusty. I can't remember Rusty's last name, Redhead's kid. He lived right on the north side of downtown Canton. We said, "Well, Rusty's parents got a garage, and they ain't got a car." Okay, what we do, we'll go get Rusty, and then we'll leave the car in Rusty's garage. And we did. We put the car in Rusty's garage, closed the door when you had to go in the house to leave. So we left Paul's car in Rusty's garage, locked up, and walked downtown. 2 or 3 hours. But what we didn't think of was Rusty had a little brother, about 8 years old. And when we come back, he had soaked every piece of glass on that car. And I don't mean that, most glass, when you see them soak a glass, they just take a deal and do like that, and then they go to another. He didn't. He colored that glass. I mean, you get in that car and close it, and it looked like it was covered in snow. You couldn't see nothing. He soaked the headlights. And there wasn't any way we could even see how to get it home. So we get it out close enough we can turn the light on, get the garden hose, and wash it off. And we washed that windshield, that back glass, and side glass. We still couldn't see through it. He soaked them motors inside and out. We we had to open it up and wash them glasses on the inside. I bet you it took us 2 hours getting the soap off them glasses out of that car.
That was bad as when we
Everything,
lived
how
down
long
on
it took that poor
Bayonne.
fella to put it on there.
I mean, he'd worked hard.
I doubt Bob remembers when they put Dad's wagon up on top of the barn on Halloween. Down in the bay, Old Bay Road.
They did.
They took the wheels off. There was about 25 or 30 kids always out calling. Huh?
Hold on.
No, Bob, he probably did. It wasn't big enough. He was little land.
They tried
But
to
it was
go
kids
this way.
like Arlene McAdoo and Ari was probably in on it. He is always in everything. He's too little, but he is out there. And they took that wagon apart, and a whole bunch of them got up on top of the barn, and then they put it right back together. The tongue there, when Dad got up to go set the wagon in the cotton field, it was on top of the barn. And he didn't know how in the world he's going to get it off. I don't remember how they got it down.
Take it apart.
Had to take it apart to get it down, I guess. But they's always turning the outdoor toilets over, Steve. And one time, our cousin, Arlene McAdoo, lived down in Arkansas, May, Arkansas, on Halloween. He was out visiting in the toilet, and they turned it over with him. Boy, he got up and got a shotgun after.
He didn't think that's funny.
That's about the meanest thing they'd ever do is turn them toilets over, but they really put Dad's wagon up on top of the barn.
There was somebody over there had an outhouse like that, and he expected. Oh, this might have been Matt. I think this was a Matt. But it's a mean boy, Matt news. That old boy went out and got in his toilet with his shotgun just to sit there because he knew that they turned over every year. And it was kind of a challenge. He just said, get it this time. So he was sitting there with his shotgun. And they still sneaked in behind that toilet, shoved it over forward. He couldn't get out. His old shotgun and he was
He had to
just
crawl
raising
through
down.
that hole to get out. And boy, was he mad time he got out.
Yeah, they didn't like to go that way. But that old man, they turned that toilet over and him in there with his gun. They still got it. I've seen boys, they put a wagon on the store there. Man, it's the same thing. Put it up there. They talk to everybody in town. They figure out how to get their wagon next day.
Nobody would dare admit they knew how to get it down, or they would have thought they put it up there in the first place.
Yeah, and the guys that put it up there, they wasn't around one.
Was this Halloween night, or was this something y'all thought about
Halloween nights usually.
Halloween night, they'd get them toys.
You remember?
They'd turn over out outhouse in the community. They'd get them all.
Everyone.
Somebody'd get them all.
What was it we did to Bob White that time when he got his gun shot over and scared us all?
We tied
The
his
whole
doors.
feel of it.
Tied his doors shut first before he couldn't get out of the house.
They got a little smarter as they went along.
But Bob White was a real nice fellow, but he wasn't going to shoot anybody. He was having as much fun as we were, probably. But he bang, bang, bang. Well, we ran over cotton stalks and corn stalks, and everybody heading in a different direction to try to get back to the car.
I think Andy Lopen run through a briar patch, didn't he? Didn't Andy Lopen run through a briar patch and get all skinned up?
Yeah, I don't think so. I can't remember.
I still
I
remember
know
the
I
story.
was scared to death.
Why was
when
he
I tried to
shooting
shoot.
After Thomas died, I worked at a
Don't
restaurant.
tell him they tied his doors together so he couldn't get out of the house first, and don't tell him what they did after that.
Yeah, we didn't hear the rest of that
Wow.
story.
Anyway,
Then
buddy,
when you started on the outside, whatever it was, he finally got out of one bit.
Yeah.
What'd you do to him outside?
I can't remember what all we did. I remember we got shot at McCharles one time. Hell, we went up after that.
when
He was laying for us too when we didn't get to whatever we went up there to get him and to do our trick and he was outside with his gun.
This didn't have anything to do with when you decided you were going to marry Helen, did it?
Pardon?
This didn't have anything to do with you deciding you were going to marry Helen, did it?
No,
The shotgun.
probably.
Shotgun and
Anyway, it didn't
being
help
shot
with
at
him.
when he
No, I wouldn't get close enough to get shot at he might have shot at me though. I had this thing right here remind me of a deal I did the other day, talking about doing that thing and there was a red bird in that. We've got that little tack shack that we used to have for a stand down here. I put it back there, and I got my feet in there. Of course, we use it for hanger tack in there too, but I've got my feet in there, and I went in there the other morning to feed them horses, and there was a red bird. See, we had a screen above the door up there. And I don't know how he got in there, but he flew up against that screen trying to get out. And he just was up there. He didn't know what to do. And I was on the back side of it. So I thought, well, there was a bale of hay. I just stepped up on that bale of hay, and I said, I'm just going to catch you. I never caught a red bird in my life. So I caught that tank bird. And got him down. I was trying to hold him, where it was squeezing, but he was trying to get loose. And somehow he turned around. He got his head down there and got a hold of the end of that finger. And I thought that dude was going to take the end of that finger off of me. I still didn't want to squeeze him. But oh, did he ever bite the end of that finger. But I told him what he's biting. I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, whether you like it or not. I'm going to take you up to the house and show you that. But I got him where he couldn't get hold of it.
Now show him.
We got lots of redbirds here. And they're around there, but I had never had my hands on them.
No, you can't hardly catch them on
Oh no,
they're too
they'll
long.
they'll come out there and they'll get all around me when I'm feeding, around out there. But I'll guarantee you can't get a hold of them. They just but I got him, and I'll tell you what, I caught two that day. That was my first one and my last one.
This is a watermelon story I'm gonna tell now. Buddy'd come to the restaurant and pick me up. After Thomas died, I'd get off at midnight. Well, he come down one night and he was gonna bring me home. He said, Mom, we're gonna just ride around a little while. He was going to Karen then. We're gonna ride around. We'll be back, Drexler. I got back in the back seat, tired as I could be, and I went to sleep. They went to Camel. Not Camel, Tarleton, on this side of Gideon. And they went into somebody's old man's watermelon field. And the boys was out in the field getting them, Buddy and Harold Butler, whoever's with him. And Karen, the girls was carrying them, putting them in the car. When I tried to get up, they had me covered up. The watermelons all on the floor and all on top of me, just piling them on top of me and everywhere. I couldn't even get up. And I heard them hollering for Karen, lay down, there's a car coming. And they was way halfway down that man's field to his house. His house sit way down the field. So where did we catch this bug? What did you catch this bug? And
It's a wasp or a hornet.
was it a wasp?
Well, bring it up and show it to Helen.
And about the time Karen got right in front of the car lights. And they was hollering, lay down, because they thought the car was going to come on around. The shotgun went off. And they tore that field up and ganged around that car. And Karen run to the door when they was hollering to get out of the lights. And I couldn't get up there to turn the lights out. And one of them got around the car and shoved the lights out, so whoever was behind, they couldn't see who we was. But they went around this old man down in the middle of that field cussing them. Man, and they jumped in that car, and I was under them watermelons and couldn't get out. They had to drive Portageville before I could get out from under all them watermelons and laugh. My God, that bunch of kids never did quit lying back there. And then we got out in my backyard eating them. Ernie Fisher has to come home from Congress, our neighbor, and then he stopped. He's going to call the law. He knew we had a whole carload of them out there, and he was going to call the law. I said, well, they already got shot and everything else. Go ahead and call it. I told him not to do it. I didn't know he was doing it. I was asleep. Well, instead of that, he just comes out there with a big old butcher knife and grabs him one, puts it on the picnic table, and joins it. They didn't get into trouble, but it's a wonder. Then, let's see, one of the girls that was with them, Sarah LeGrand, her daddy worked for up the mill for a long time. I don't know if you remember him. Well, she comes down from St. Louis, and Buddy and them's telling her about how much fun they had. Another night or two, she decided she's going to bring a whole bunch from St. Louis and get them a whole load. And boy, they went over there, and one of them old boys got shot in the leg. That man really was getting mad with them. And they had to take him to the doctor, and then they was really afraid that they was gonna get in trouble. I think they took him to Memphis or somewhere, because they knew if they stopped somewhere around there, they'd keep checking, find out.
We had a boy get shot here last night here in town.
Hmm?
That's what
Had a boy get shot here in town last night.
What
Young
was he
man.
stealing?
I don't
Not
know. I
watermelon?
know him. I suspect he was over a girl. But Rufus also used to tell me when of course Mostly was then over there, black folks. Well, one of them went to hell, one of them went to jail. And that's about that deal last night, because they're pretty rough boys. This kid's so he knew. But they just this boy over here knew about it. He came in this morning and told me. They killed him.
Really shot him.
Yeah, they had parties. They used to have a lot of parties. They used to have down at where I told you we had that theater. Well, they got to have parties after they closed that thing. They got to have parties out there, and they'd go down there and there'd be like 25, 30 of them, and they'd have a beer party. But they're tearing my stage and all that down to make a bonfire with. That went on for a while, and I went in and talked to the sheriff about it. He said, well,
They kept telling me he didn't have one.
And finally, one day I was getting aggravated, and sheriff couldn't catch him, and I knew a boy that worked at a service station. He went to these parties pretty much. I knew he was there. And I went there and told him, I said, Brother Kyle, I know you was at the party last night. Don't no use denying it, because the man done told me. And all I want you to do is give me one name. Oh man, he said, I can't do that. I said, well now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to talk to your dad. But if you'll give me one name, that'll be the end of it. I just want one name. He said, okay. And he told me we got one of his buddies that he probably didn't like too well. I said, he was there last night. Well, I knew that kid, and I knew who his girlfriend was. He was working out here at the mill. And I went out there during the noon hour, asked to see him. They sent him up there. I said, yeah, you boys are at the party again last night. I've been trying to get this stopped. And what they do is they leave their beer cans and bottles, and they'd even break a lot of their bottles. Now all I want is to stop the party. He said, Mr. Green, I can't help you. I can't do anything with them people. I said, well, what I want you to do is give me a list of names. Make me a list. I want 10 people was at the party last night. Oh, he said, they killed them. I said, no, they won't never know where I got them. Names. What are you going to do with them names? I said, well, you make me my list, and then I'm going to tell you one. Well, he didn't want to, but I said, now what I'm fixing to do when I leave here, I'm going to talk to your girlfriend's mom and dad. And you know what they're going to think about this deal, and they're going to think about you taking her down there. Well, he said, no, don't do that. Give me a list. So he fixed me up with a little list. 10 names he put on. And I knew several of them guys. I knew pretty much every one of them. I started following that old list up. He said, what are you going to do with that name? I said, there's 2 married fellows in this deal, isn't there? And I said, some of those are high school girls. There are 4 names there. Yeah, I think so. I said, I'm going to put this list in my bill for you. And right there, it's going to stop. What I want you to do is put the word out that I've got a list of names. And if there is ever another party down there, whether y'all are involved, whether you're not, but if there is ever a party, I'm going to take that list of names to the school, to the newspaper, and to the parents of the school. I just want you to think about it. That was the last party. They never had that one. I mean, it's bad. It's happened every week, and sometimes 2 weeks, and it's bad. But then this party last night was up on the hill up here. I think that's one. But so it wasn't just bad kids in Portisville who got these
But
deals.
we started, and they wouldn't give it his bottle.
But I don't guess there was a family ever had more fun. And I don't guess anybody was ever in jail in our. I got in jail one time, but that wasn't for for something I've done. Old Double Dacus. His dad was
Get the
the
camera out,
marshal,
Kent.
and he ran a restaurant, but he was also the city marshal. So he fed the prisoners. That was just part of the deal. Which he got paid for it, I'm sure, but what he'd do, he'd be busy with Doyle and I. Before we get to do what we want to do, we have to go take the food to the prisoners. And I'm holding the trays. I've got 3 or 4 plates on a tray. And Doyle's got the key. He unlocked the door and said set it on there was a little flat top stove, a heating deal over there. And I took that tray over. Just about the time I set her down, I heard that damn door click. I said, Doyle, I didn't even look around. I said, Doyle, you're gonna be awful sorry about this deal. Don't you? And I could hear him walking, going back up through that city hall. You're leaving, see. Doyle, you're gonna get in big trouble, partner. And these guys, one of them told me, said, don't you sit down or don't you touch anything. Man, there's bugs in this place. I didn't hardly want to breathe, but I sat there with that tray. But I didn't say anymore. I just walked up the door. And I let out a war whoop. You could have heard me all over town. I was hoping anyway. And I did that about 4 or 5 times. I heard old Doyle on this. I heard him coming back. He opened the door. Of course, me and him didn't get along too well for a while, but he let me out. But he sure locked that door. And then one time we had 2 businessmen at New Madrid that told me about a door click. These brothers, and they were real good fellas, real good businessmen. Never been in any kind of trouble. And they had a car agency, automobile agency. But they was friends of all the farmers in the area. And back then they started selling these grain bins. And the government, the Commodity Credit Corporation, would finance those things. And they had financed 100%. They financed 90% of the total cost of the installation.
Somebody hit it for y'all.
But these dealers, they'd price some things a little bit high, and then they'd show that farmer paid 10% down, and they'd set up a loan. 100% was loan, but on the paper it looked like a 90% loan, which would have been legal. But what they were doing, they were setting it up. They were jacking up the price of the bins, and then they were showing a 10% down.
These car dealers became grain bin dealers.
They got the grain bin business because they were selling them grain, and they were successful. They sold a bunch of it. And they'd been doing it for about 2 years. And the boy walked in one day and said, that we were federal marshals, and we'd like to talk to you about these grain bin deals. And so they just got their books out and showed them what they'd done. And they said, but this is not the right price. You jacked them up. He said, well, hell, everybody does it. He said, are you admitting that you did that? Yeah, you did. Everybody does it. But that guy wasn't interested. Everybody, he's looking for him and somebody to make an example. They took them to cage right to a federal jail. And they put them in there. And these guys are good friends of mine. Junior was telling Fort Junior wasn't the one that made the comment. He put them in and that old door clicked, you know, you could hear that thing. And Lindsay said, Junior, did they lock that damn door? Junior said, well, Lindsay, he said, that's normally what they do. When they put you in jail, they lock the door. You can't go anyplace. Oh, Lindsay got shook up. Now, he really did. I mean, he got shook up. Of course, it didn't take him long. They got out of jail, but, he was rattled for it.
Say, Grandpa, next time you run off, don't hide my bottle.
They
He
say
was
there's
just
not
begging for that bottle. I
any
could tell.
feeling
Did they hide your jug on you, man?
He was starving to do.
How about let me put a little Pepsi Cola in that? No Pepsi Cola. You don't want Pepsi.
I think when I begged him to hunt it for him,
Who was it that went into the kitchen to get a drink of water and the other was holding the light for him?
it wasn't him, it was Homer.
When that Homer,
I was behind the stove.
But Homer always, we had to have water in a big water bucket and a dipper, you know, pumpkin water.
was it Homer and Ari?
Yeah, Ari's one hit him. But see, every time any of us went in to get a drink, we didn't have a light in there. I had a lamp in the living room. Dad, one night he just begged and kicked the door and screamed. When Ari come out, he flew on in wherever Mom was, as long as he could give her. He didn't think Dad would get him. And Dad said, I'll tell you, next time he locks you in there, get that dipper and just hide behind that door, because every little bit he'd crack it to see if we was going to try to get out, you know. And so Homer didn't He didn't holler. He just stood real quiet in there.
You
Had this,
didn't tell all the story. Homer wanted a drink of water, and Ari was going to hold the light for him in the kitchen. Right?
Or locked him in there. Or
yeah, Ari locked him in there.
Ari was holding the light.
Uh-huh.
And when Homer went in to get his drink of water, Ari come out with the light and closed the kitchen door.
Yeah. And then,
Left him in the dark.
Left
but
him
he
in the dark.
stayed so quiet. Homer didn't know what was wrong because he's usually kicking and crying and begging to get out. And when he just cracked the door a little bit to peep in there, Homer hit him right in the head with that dipper, and boy, it looked like a hen egg on his forehead. Then Dad got scared because he put Homer up to do it. He tried to break our and locking us up in there.
And you just thought it was funny.
I just heard the story.
You
got
my time.
Well-
Fire poker thing too, wasn't there?
Huh?
Didn't somebody get Ari with a fire poker?
Who?
What?
What was it?
Yeah, you know, he had his feet in the stove.
Oh, that's when we was picking cotton right behind the house. About as cold as it is now, just a little ice on the ground. And we'd all run in and had an old king heater that had a door down here that you opened, and Ari run and get his feet in there. Us other kids couldn't get warm because the stove wouldn't draw with the door open. So Homer kept begging him to get his feet out. He would do it. Mom and Dad, neither one wasn't in there when this happened. And he just went behind the stove, got this arm poker, and it had a crook on the end of it. He just stuck it down in that, raised up the lids on top and stuck it in there. All right, he thinks I'm still winning. You know, he got them feet in that stove and he ain't moving. Homer just let that old poker get really hot and he run around behind him and just hung it around his neck. And I mean, when he got off from under it, it pulled the hot up. Homer really got a whipping for that. Mama whipped him. But Ari didn't put his feet in that door no more than he do us that. He's always run us that way. But no, I mean, Homer just thought that up, but his stepdad or nobody didn't tell him. He'd just get that mad at Ari.
Darce, you gonna tell any stories? You can tell them about throwing rocks at your little brother.
That's your imagination. I didn't do that.
About what?
I wouldn't have if you had to run.
Why were you having to run?
She was throwing rocks at me. What
Oh,
would you do?
no, I was throwing rock at you because you was running.
Well, she was gonna hit me and I ran. What would you do if she's gonna hit you?
Oh, you were
Did
running,
this have
so you was
something to do
chasing
with-
the car.
Does this have something to do with washing your hair?
No, that's relevant.
Trying to wash your hair?
Mom was going somewhere and Bill was determined to go. She left him with one of the men you were supposed to be taking care of it. He was
Supposed to
chasing
be.
the car. We couldn't get him to come back.
So you threw rocks at him to get him back.
This will get him back fast.
I don't know. But I think you were the one that was riding the horse or the mule or something the night that Dad put the corn cob under his tail and he threw you off and Mom thought he'd killed you.
Well, actually, Ira was the one that did it. No, well, yeah, I think Ira was actually the one that did it. But they was giving me a bad time. I was trying to get on that.
Yeah, Ari's always the one. He was always. I don't think Dad would have knew better.
About the time, of course, I knew what the
Ari
horse was
always
gonna
knew
do.
better,
If
but
they
he
got
did
that
it anyway.
cob under his tail, you know what a horse will do. You get that under his tail, and he'll just put a tail right down on that rail. Right.
Yeah, and then the
That's
faster
right.
he runs, the more it
Yeah,
scares
so that
him because he won't
Cob
come.
comes out. He's liable to buck. He's liable to do anything because he didn't like that deal. And I was on that horse. And they did get that cob under there, or was in the process of it. I guess he got it on there, and that thing threw me off. And hit me with his foot. I don't think he stepped on me. I think he kind of hit me, but he did give me a pretty good hit. And it bled. You know. Boy, my about had everybody in trouble over that.
Well, what was it you told one time about Ursel bringing the package in and leaving it where you'd see it because he knew you couldn't stand not knowing what was in it?
Oh, he was, you know how Ursula was, he was very strict about you mind your business and I'll mind mine. You know, everybody minds your own business. And he'd get real upset if anybody opened his mouth, you know. And he'd even tell Mom, that, not your name if it was anybody else's, but hers, she wasn't supposed to open it. But she opened most of the mail that came in. But anyway, he came in from town one Saturday afternoon, and he had a small package, you know, all wrapped up. course, nobody went to town very often. When they come back, I want to know
You
what
don't
the
know
hell.
whether to let go or not, did he? You already got that picture.
He said, it's not yours. Why are you concerned about it?
Don't we, huh?
And I said, well, I just want to know what you got. He wouldn't tell me, but every once in a while he'd go in and get that package and say, some tease me about, say something about, you still want to see what's in here? And then he wouldn't let me see. And then I decided maybe he bought something for me. The reason he wouldn't show it to me, you know. But can I open that package now? Oh, no. Don't open it now. That went on for a week. And when he got ready, I don't know, I guess Saturday night was when everybody went to town, huh? Anyway, he was getting cleaned up and he said, hey, he said, come here. I said, you want to see what's in this package? Don't you? And I said, yeah. I've been worried about it all week. Every time I go in and pick it up, feel of it, he'd leave that alone. And so he said, well, come on in, I'll show you what it is. He'd opened it real slow, like, you know. He said, can you guess what it is, you know? Teased me all the way. And opened it up. Finally got it open with a pair of real underwear for himself. He was just he said, now that time, all I'm trying to teach you is you mind your own business.
Do you guys remember any special Christmas or birthday party or anything?
No.
If you think about a Christmas with all the family
What
together
did-
when you were kids, which one do
What
you
was a
think about?
typical Christmas? Did you get a tree and stuff? Or did you go cut it out in the woods? Or did you guys
I
have a tree?
remember when I was little and I got a little doll buggy and a doll, first doll buggy I ever got. And they had, not sure, gosh, can't remember, Charlie Gold. And he had married one of Mom's half sister's kids. Lindy Gold. He comes in playing Santa Claus with a sheet around him and an old green hat, and his face was covered up with a sheet with holes cut in it. Like this scared me plumb to death. I screamed and got under the bed.
That was Santa Claus?
Yeah, he didn't have no suits then. He just
Saw that on Twilight Zone.
looked
Sometime
more
didn't
like a ghost. See, I'd heard all these ghost stories. And I was just sick over that. He like scared me plumb to death. I was trying to get that doll buggy under the bed, couldn't get it under. I didn't want to leave it out, but then he had to leave. Mom and them had to, that's where we lived, where the hall was. All kids were running through.
We always
remember
had.
when Ollie would clean the house, don't you, Paul?
Hmm?
When Ollie cleaned the house, she'd start in the living room, and she'd have all of us in there just doing something. We'd go right through that house, and then we had to sweep the backyard. I never could understand why we had to
I
sweep
guess I
that
must have done that
backyard.
all my life. I've cleaned that way at home. I don't like to clean house when anybody's there. I like for everybody to get out and just clean the living room completely. And then the next, and some people get up and make their beds and then they wash their dishes and just skip right. And I don't want to work in one room. I've been that way my whole life. I guess it was then.
Too many of us traveling that backyard to grow any grass, you know. As we played hide and seek, kick the
We
can.
didn't have any grass. I guess because Mama had so many chickens and geese and stuff.
Children,
Grow
not
much
chickens.
grass, they
We had to
everything.
sweep it with a broom.
Well,
Well,
that
kids,
used to be the custom down south.
out there on the highway, there was 15 kids there, or 25 all the time.
Oh yeah, they didn't try to grow grass. They swept it.
And one time we went to church to Hayward, and Dad had a wagon load of watermelons out on the highway. Couldn't get 10 cents out of them when you sold them, but we had this old spring seat up there, and we'd take turns sitting up there selling them watermelons for 10 cents. That night we came in from church with a whole road full of kids that's coming with us. Dad had about 20 acres or 40 watermelons, and so they wanted to get over the fence and get in that watermelon patch. It was mine Ari's idea much as it was theirs. And we got over there and got into that field and just broke watermelons all over that. Just to eat the heart out. The moon shining real bright. I don't think I've ever seen that any matter. And if he could just find out who did it. But boy, me and Ari didn't let it because we was right out in the middle of it. And cause there we was with a whole wagon load. That we could have got them off the wagon. But it was up close to the house. We was afraid Dad would see us getting them. And we broke them watermelons, messed up them vines, running through them. He ought to whipped us for that.
We always had a
What, the
Christmas
one
tree.
soggy one? What?
We always had a Christmas tree at Christmas, and we always had remember Dad would always go to
String
town and
popcorn, red berries to put
a
on
bushel of oranges and a bushel of apples and a stalk of bananas. We always had.
fruit on Christmas.
That's one thing. We didn't have any money, but we were always well pleased.
Well, Dad would
always-
bring bananas
They'd
in
kill
on a stalk and hang them on the back porch. Everybody's kids in town to come up there and get them bananas. He didn't care because he got a dollar a stalk. A whole stalk of that.
Yeah, this is a private family tape.
Hmm?
I remember him talking. That was his favorite candy. I remember. Yeah, what he always called.
We were just talking about that coming over there. How did they manage? We didn't really need anything. I mean, we were always.
Other than a doctor.
Well, nobody ever was there.
But
Joe
we always had plenty of food. We were always dressed
Joe
warm and
climbed up that little tree out there
And we were
where we
always
had a
kept it
casing
cool.
hanging on it, and we used it for a swing. Of course, he had his finger under that chain, and one of us got in it and broke his finger off. Y'all remember that? That little tree's still standing out there. Our house is gone.
Break a
That
finger
tree's
off,
there.
and they cut his finger off.
Hmm.
well,
They
he ran
Mhm.
mine through the corn sheller and shelled my nail off.
And he was crying that night, and no near woman at
We were
work
shelling
tomorrow.
popcorn and he
She
ran
said, "Where did you bury that finger? The ants is getting on it, eating on it, and that's what's keeping him hurting." She dug that up and got a snuff box and buried that little piece of
Who
finger.
was it came over?
Hmm?
Who came over?
One of the nigger women that worked for Mama. She had one named Randy and one named R. Mildred.
Bob, where do you remember that happening? Me and Holly's been discussing this for quite some time now.
Out
She
there on the
said
highway,
It happened,
across from Harrison Boone. That little old tree's
I
still
thought
out
it
there.
happened at the Phillips farm.
You know, when Joe cut his finger, I was there in a walnut tree. Don't you remember that walnut
Out
tree?
there,
Had a-
across from
had a
Harrison Boone.
swing.
But we had a bag swing.
It was no
Great big
casing.
tree out
Right there
we-
where it
over by
was.
the
It
Phillips
was
house.
there across from Boone's, and we had it tied with a wire, and a finger got in between those two strands of wire. When the weight come down on that thing, it just cut it off. And
With his weight, yeah, it was hanging, and it just pulled it off.
that finger was still
Well,
in
we
the
climb
hanging.
the tree and get on a
That
branch.
same walnut tree was where we used to hide by those rose bushes and throw walnuts at the cars that went by. You remember that? One day, somebody put one inside a car. Oh, that damn near tore up the car. That old boy stopped. Come back.
But as many kids as was at our house, we were wondering how did they all get to